How long have you been here at the high school?
Well, this is 30 years.
30 years.
30 years, yeah. Lots of things have changed, and it's been fun.
And what have been your major positions here over the past 30 years?
Well, besides being principal and just being in charge of everybody, I haven't done that, but I've been a teacher. I've been a teacher on special assignment. I've been union president. I've been a bits of support provider. I've been coach football, baseball, basketball, lacrosse. I taught PE at BV for 4 long years. BV, good times. And I taught at Horseman. I taught PE at Horseman. The only school I taught at Marino. Oh my God, que lastima. I have. The only school I did not teach at was El Rodeo and Hawthorne. Yeah.
What has been the biggest change? Because the whole theme of open house this year is KBEV retrospective. We're looking back at the past 50 years of KBEV, the past 50 years.
In reverse?
In reverse, of course.
Okay.
So what has been the biggest change in your view?
In my view, about KBEV?
About the whole school. And I guess if you want to look at KBEV,
I could look at KBEV because me and Mr. V used to do a This Day in History. We'd do 1 minute. We'd come in here at nutrition, and then Mr. Stiles would put it on the same date.
Oh, that's amazing.
So we would, we did 215 episodes.
Wow, so 215 episodes.
Yeah, and nobody can seem to ask him about flipping off Trump. Hey, wait, who's this?
Oh, so there's a monitor we have that controls. So we're getting a message. So
this is new. This is new. KBEV, this is new.
This is
they didn't have this. Teleprompter they didn't have when me and Mr. V were doing This Day.
Yeah. So for everyone at home that doesn't understand right now, we're pointing at the camera. There's a teleprompter here that we're looking at. So we want to talk to you about flipping off Trump. If I'm not too certain about what this means.
Yeah, that's it appears it's a typo. I don't know really much about it other than, when Trump was here, the motorcade up on Mulholland was blocked off, and then I decided to tell Donald that he's number 1. And so I was interviewed by NPR.
NPR,
yeah.
The one and only
they
NPR?
caught me coming out of the bushes, and they say, "What were you doing?" And I was like, "I was giving our president the good salute," and so that was interesting. That was fun.
Was there any consequences to what you did there?
No, there was because of First Amendment rights.
Of course, free speech.
Free speech, and when you do hashtag, you're number 1. There's nothing wrong with that.
You're promoting government.
I am enjoying and experiencing our democracy in its finest, and that motorcade represented that.
Definitely.
And it was good that I was able to see that. Thank you for
bringing that up.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up. The retrospective, though, let's get back to that.
Let's get back to that.
Cheese and rice, that's what you were asking me about.
Definitely.
Que lastima, polo panier.
Definitely.
My Farsi's gotten better
over
there.
Better.
You noticed that? You noticed that over the past 30 years, yes. I know a lot more words than that. We'll save that for another time.
Perfect.
Because this is live to tape, so we can't edit it.
Yeah.
But looking back, the school has changed. When I first started, there was, almost 2,500, 2,600 students that were here.
And now we're down to 1,400.
And now we're down to 1,400, so that's a big difference. And then all the other obvious changes that we all know about, the physical, the buildings, and all the administrators and all the teachers.
There's been a lot of changes over the past.
There's been a lot of changes, and so when you think back to 30 years, what were you doing 30 years ago?
30 years ago, hard to think back that far.
Really? How far back can you go?
I can go back 18 years.
18 years. So who was president then, young man?
That would be 18 years ago. It was Bill Clinton.
Nice. So you were born during the Clinton era. So I taught Monica Lewinsky when she was a junior here.
Actually, she went to Beverly.
She was in Beverly. She was in my U.S. history class, and she was. I love you too. She was great student.
This is real. This is real. She was actually.
This is for real. Yeah, she was here for a semester. Yeah, Monica Lewinsky, and then she went to Bel Air Prep, and then she went on to the White House, and then we know the rest of that story. Yeah. Yeah.
So you witnessed a lot here at the high school. What would you say was probably the biggest one thing that you've witnessed that you'd like everyone to remember, that you'd like to live on in tape?
That would be live on in tape. Well, we had the strike in 1989. That was
school?
at the high school. Well, the whole district, but we had a strike at the high school for 3 weeks. So that was
teachers did not come to school?
we picketed outside in front of the school, and the cops would hold us back, and we would got to meet all the cops. Then we go over to Roxbury Park, and we'd have Tadiq and douche.
Definitely
Amazing. But the community would feed us over at Roxbury Park.
Wow.
It was pretty cool.
That is really exciting.
It was. But we lost 3 weeks of pay, and
you lost it. Oh,
and unfortunately, didn't
work
didn't
out.
really. The strike wasn't as effective as we would have liked, but nonetheless, the kids still.
Did they go to school during those?
Well,
3
they
weeks? What was
had
happening?
substitute teachers, and there wasn't much school going on, so it was
going on.
kind of like a 3-week vacation for
nice
for a
for
lot
them.
of people, but not for the teachers. But we still came, but we just didn't get paid. So that was one thing. But just the overall. When I started here, I was 26 years old.
Wow.
26 years old, and I was like one of the youngest people. And I was overwhelmed. Beverly Hills.
I would imagine.
It's pretty sick. It's lit. It's fire. We
a
didn't
lot of
say
stuff
that in 1988, but it was.
Yeah.
That's where lit and fire came from.
Those terms.
Was the description of Beverly Hills High School in 1988.
Wow.
The origins of that.
You
Yeah.
heard it here first. You
Who
heard
knew?
it here
Who knew?
First.
So it was amazing.
That's it. My final question
Yes.
before we finish it up. What has been the best change over the past 30 years?
The best change would be, wow, the best change.
The thing that's brought the most.
Well, the thing that's, okay,
Positivity.
and we can't necessarily say it's positive, but the technology, the ability for us to just Google anything. It's kind of made history teachers obsolete, you know what I mean? Because what do you need me for HQ, that's about it. Otherwise you just Google.
Well, no, teachers are very important. But
Yeah, they are
course.
important, but
course.
it's the technology and the ability to access information
Definitely.
has been a big change, and I think KBEV has embraced that too. Look at this monitor.
Monitor that's right in front
Oh
of us.
my God!
That again, no one understands that can see, but yes, we see.
We
that.
keep talking about it.
Yeah.
But that's been the greatest thing, and thanks for the interview.
And that bell means we're done. So
And I
thank
appreciate
you so
you.
much. Thank you. Now on to the next program.
All right, take care, people.